I have never tried any other Danessa Myricks makeup products except for the setting spray. I am going to be reviewing the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder Primer and Foundation. I have the shade 1 and I can't figure out how to put the little scoop back. It's driving me nuts and it will not stay, and that's annoying. Because I'm gonna take this traveling and I don't want to, oh, wait, what? I don't know. So let's get right into it. So I'm gonna do it in the 2 different ways. I'm going to be using it as a primer on one side and then as a foundation on the other. I'm gonna do a wear test at the end of the video. All right, I am going to clip up my hair. I think we should try the primer side first. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do my normal skin prep and then go in with that product as a primer. So I'm going to first start by exfoliating the skin with my Naturium BHA liquid exfoliant. I'm going to do one side at a time for this. All right, next I'm going to go into a moisturizer or a liquid moisturizer. This is the Prequel Half and Half Fluid Moisturizer. This is like one of my favorite products for skin prep. It's so nice. I'm gonna zoom you guys in just a little. All right, then for sunscreen, I'm gonna use the Tatcha, the Milky Sunscreen. This is actually my new favorite sunscreen. All right, now before we go into the actual product, I'm going to take my Revie Beauty Lip Renewal Treatment Oil on the lips. I'm going to let the skincare kind of soak to my skin a little bit. Right now I'm ready to apply the product. I'm just going to do a tiny bit of this. Oh, that was a little too much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to blend it with my beauty blender. I really like the texture of this. It's nice and balmy, easy to apply. Next time I won't use so much product. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take my beauty blender and just press this into the skin. You could definitely wear it on its own, just really nicely blurred the skin. I could totally just wear this on its own compared to the 2 sides, like definitely. But I wanted to try it in the 2 different ways. So now let's apply foundation. Today I'm going to use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place foundation. All right, what I thought of doing now, I'm going to move on to the other side quickly before I do my entire makeup. So it's actually, I'm going to do the same skin prep first and then go into the foundation for the Danessa Myricks product. All right, one thing that I did learn from the other side is to not use too much, especially if you're using it as a foundation. And a primer, of course, but yeah. I'm going to use the same brush to blend it. Oh yeah. Using a brush is so much nicer than, like, I applied the initial application for the primer side with my fingers, and that didn't do a very good job. So using a brush is so much easier. I'm gonna go back in with my beauty blender just to press it in. All right, now we can do the rest of the makeup. So I'm gonna first start with my bronzer, or contour actually. This is the Makeup by Mario Self Sculpt Shaping Stick in the shade Fair. I forgot how much I love this product. Next, I'm going to go into blush. I'm going to use the Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil in the shade Perfect Pink. All right, now we're going to go back to concealer. And a concealer that I've been trying out and testing is the Jane Ardell Brightening Under Eye Concealer. So far, I really like it. It's really nice. And just the applicator kind of confuses me or is tricky, but I'm getting the hang of it. All right, I'm quickly going to do my brows off camera. All right, so let's go back to the face. So I'm going to take the L'Oreal Infallible Blurfection Loose Powder to set the under eyes and the T-zone. All right, and I'm going to take the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Bronzer in the shade Light. Actually, let's do the blush first. So I'm going to take let's use this one. I'm going to take the Revie Beauty Endless Diffusion Everyday Baked Blush in the shade Paradise. And I'm going to go back into the powder bronzer and set the bronzer or the contour stick. I've been really liking to keep my eye looks very simple recently. I just don't want to do too much with the eyes for an everyday look. I really focus on the complexion for an everyday look rather than the eyes. I just popped on the MAC Longwear Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bronzer and I'm going to place that in the crease. I'm going to take what's left and apply it to the lid as well. Then I'm going to take the Revie Beauty Soft Definition Longwear Eyeliner in the shade Drift. I'm just going to create a tiny wing. I'm going to take a powder. I'm going to go in the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes The Neutrals palette. I'm going to take a shade lighter than the eyeliner, so I'm going to take this. Let's go with this shade, actually. I'm basically going to diffuse the liner right on the edge. And then for mascara, I'm going to go in with the Revie Beauty Effortless Lash Classic Curve Mascara in the shade Brown. Again, for the lips, I just wanted to keep it very simple. So first, I'm going to go in with the Revie Beauty Soft Definition Longwear Lip Liner in the shade Almond. This is like my favorite lip contour shade. It's so nice. And this is the only one that I found that looked like a contour shade for a lip liner. Which one do I want to wear today? So I have my 3 favorite shades of the Revie Beauty Effortless Lips shades, or lipsticks. I have Tulip, Lily, and Dahlia, and I don't know which one I want to do today. I think I did Lily yesterday, so maybe let's do Dahlia today. I love these lipsticks, they're so good. Right, then I like to take a lip brush just to clean up the edges of the lip liner, or the lipstick, just to clean up the edges of the lip. Okay, normally for an everyday summer makeup look, I would go in right after I would apply my foundation. I would go in with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm setting spray, but since today I'm doing a wear test, I didn't want to do that, and I would do 2 setting sprays. So after my entire makeup look is done, then I would go in with one size Oil Sucker Liquid Blotting Paper Spray. But today I'm just going to go in with a Danessa Myricks one. Oh my. Alright, then I'm just going to press that in. Alright, okay, so I will see you guys in an hour for my first check-in for the wear test. See you in an hour. Okay, so it's been about an hour since I applied it, and I can see it's starting to kind of like I don't know if you can see it, but it's starting to like kind of separate in this area on the primer side. On the foundation side, it's still nice and blended very nicely, and nothing is separating. I think I like the foundation side a little bit more than the primer side. So I will see you guys for I'll see you guys in my next check-in. Okay, so it's actually the next day because I didn't get the chance to film the final wear test. I really do love this product. I think I'm gonna try it again, like as a primer, because I think I used a little bit too much. I do really like it also by itself as a foundation, but I'm going to try to use it as a primer that way to apply it too. I'm just going to see if I like to use it that way as well. Comment down below if you have tried this product. I would love to know your thoughts about it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!